lot of good players on the field today, and we're going to see a lot of good athletes kind of showcase their talent here in Dallas.
We saw one upset last week. Panama beat the United States. The United States held serve in 3 of the other 4 meetings. Today, we could see some interesting matchups. We know Panama, or Japan, I should say, beat the United States last year. So we'll see how the national teams fare against their international foes.
Yeah, and sometimes we're going to see also is that the development of the game. You know, Tokyo beating the United States last year, Panama beating United States last week. So that tells you the state of football is developing. Guys around the world internationally is starting to get better and very competitive as well.
It was the select teams last week. It's the national teams this week. A big day of football in store. Coming up next, kickoff from AT&T Stadium in the first of 4 games today. The United States against Caballeros de Playa del Carmen. A very good morning to you. Matt Peterson with Lemont Williams, Sarah Merrifield down on the sidelines. And that is the U.S. U16 national team coached by Joe Battaglia, a defensive analyst at Navy.
Yeah, and Joe comes in with a lot of experience. You know, he coached at the University of Navy. And the fact that a lot of these high school players are getting an opportunity to be around college coach before they get a chance to play on that level is great experience for these young men going forward.
It's not his first International Bowl. Last year, he coached the U15 Stars team to a 20-0 win over the Stripes team, also from the United States. So a victory last year. He'll try to make it 2 straight. So the U.S. U16 national team in blue, first of 4 games today against Caballeros de Playa del Carmen. And Lemont, admittedly, we don't know a whole lot about this team. It's a small squad, and we'll see how they fare. We saw in the nightcap last week a 53-0 win for the U.S. U19s. It was right off the opening kickoff. The Americans were the better team, so we'll see how the Mexicans respond today, early this morning.
Yeah, we're going to see how competitive they're going to be in this first half. Are they going to come out with a spread offense, or are they going to try to establish a running game in the first quarter?
Off the opening kickoff, the U.S. will start its first series around the 27-yard line. After the return from Devil Dickerson out of North Kitsap High School in Washington. Now, first series for the U16 Nationals. A full week of activities for these teams. Many of these players have talked about the opportunity to have their photos taken, video show, practice at AT&T Stadium, take a tour of this famous football ground. And here on first down, it's Nico Marchial out of Regis Jesuit High School in Centennial, Colorado. On first down, he hands off. And good defense on first down from the Mexicans. No gain for Ramon Brown. a Chester, Virginia native.
Yeah, good pursuit there defensively early on by Team Mexico, coming on the outside, stopping the running game. And that's what we're going to see here defensively for Mexico. You're going to see a lot of guys flying around, make plays, and try to force turnovers.
Now 6'1" for the under 16 quarterback, good size on his still growing frame, and he's working out his personnel on the left side, puts a man in motion. That was Brown who just carried it on first down. And they go back to Brown, first 2 carries, and the same result, a 2-yard gain. And the Mexicans looking very good with their run defense on this first drive.
You know, the outside linebacker came unblocked there on that play there, stopping the running game, or the running play there for Team USA. Excellent job by Team Mexico, being able to be aggressive from the outside edge, forcing the running back to go inside, but stopping him for a short gain.
We'll see what they do on third down. It's been 2 carries from Battaglia, the head coach. The U16s, this time they will throw. Out to the left side, it's tipped and nearly intercepted. What an opportunity that would have been for Mexico. The intended receiver was Brooks Bortle, but a flag is on the field.
And it might go against Team USA. It looks like here it could have been offensive pass interference. Let's see what the call is going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th down.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 71 of the offense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. It'll be 4th down. That's number 71's first unsportsmanlike conduct of the game.
And down to Sarah Merrifield on the sidelines.
Well, if there's one thing we learned from last week's International Bowl activities, it's that this event is one like no other. And for these kids, they're getting a chance to relish a lot of firsts. For example, playing in a stadium of this size. For most of them, they're playing in an entirely another state that they don't live in. But maybe most importantly, they're getting a chance to build relationships with players from not only the United States, but across the world. And for kids of that age, to be able to make bonds and relationships with players that share the same love and passion for a sport that they do, it only makes them appreciate football and the opportunity USA football has given them that much more. Guys?
Thank you, Sarah. We'll look forward to hearing more from you throughout the day.
Good point there by Sarah. The fact that internationally that football has come a long way. I mean, to me, it's America's game now, and internationally, it's the world's game. And at one point, it was baseball, and again, it's always going to be soccer, but it seems like football is starting to grow more and more due to the fact that a lot of the professional teams like the NFL now travel over to London at least 2 or 3 times out of the year.
Yes, huge television audiences, over 30 million watching the divisional round last weekend in the United States, and it's growing across the world. So here we go. Caballeros de Playa del Carmen. Their first series after a very impressive defensive drive. And on first down, they hand off. Nicola Arati, the wide receiver, came on the sweep, minimal gain.
And what we're seeing from Team Mexico right now, Matt, is that they want to spread out Team USA defensively. They want to take advantage of their outside running and bring their receivers in motion to be able to handle the football. Let's see how it plays out here in this series. But right now, Team Mexico is want to spread out Team USA defensively.
Cesar Acosta is the quarterback. 24 players listed on this roster, so most of these guys will have to play multiple positions. On second down, it's dropped right around the 45-yard line. Slightly a high throw, but Alan O'Desarte unable to bring it in.
Yeah, missed opportunity there for Team USA. They went with a wide receiver screen to the right-hand side. Seems like the quarterback put it right in the hands of the receiver. Missed opportunity there, dropping the football, bringing up third down.
Caballeros, loosely translated, gentleman, horseman, or knight. I'll see how the gentlemen do here on 3rd and 10 on their very first drive. Back to pass Acosta, out to the right side, space, but short of the first down. Good coverage from the Americans. The catch from Juan Jose Acosta.
Watch this in a replay here, Matt. As he surveys the field, he drops it all to his running back. But watch the closing speed of the defense. Good job there by the linebackers as well as the secondary to close in on the running back, forcing the first third down and out, or 3 and out for Team Mexico.
So both teams unable to get a first down on their first series. Now the Mexicans will punt. And it's Brown back to receive for the U.S. He had 2 carries on the first drive for the U16 national team. And timeout will be called. That's Zarate, the wide receiver, who will also kick for the Mexicans.
First charge timeout of the half.
We'll take our first break,
seconds.
Scoreless after a few minutes in Arlington.
Good morning, football fans. I'm going to be your host for today's games. But first, I want to see everyone up on their feet because it's time for the dance game. So let's see those moves.
Well, there was a timeout right before the 4th down. And now Mexico will punt from the 49-yard line. Zarate back to punt. The wide receiver standing at his own 37-yard line.
And thus far right now in this game, man, it's a defensive battle between both teams coming out in the first couple of series showing their defensive power. Let's see what Team USA does on their second series here offensively.
Raymond Brown lets it roll. The U.S. will start their second series. They went run, pass on the first drive, and then there was a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Neto Umelo Zo, which pushed them back even further after a near interception. So we'll see how the U16s come out on the second drive.
I would like to see them pass the ball a little bit more. I mean, we know that they want to run the ball. There's no problem with that. But with this new quarterback coming in, let's see how they do as far as passing the football.
Solomon Skalnick out of Owasso High School in Oklahoma begins the second series. And a nice pickup on first down, Judson Beard out of Fredericksburg, Texas, in the Texas Hill Country.
As you can see here, watch the handoff on the inside there. Good pursuit defensively from the front 7. Number 50 coming in, closing in, and bringing down the receiver.
Julian Peraza, also an offensive lineman, making that tackle. So many of these Mexican players play both ways, and maybe all 3 personnel groupings also taking part in special teams. On second down, nice pickup, first down of the game. Martin Blake out of Canyon Springs High School in Las Vegas.
Good hard run there by Blake. Good blocking up front as well from the offensive line. The first down of the game, and it comes on a running play. Excellent job there by Team USA. Continue to impose their will as far as running the football against Team Mexico.
So early on, the offensive style from Joe Battaglia, the defensive analyst at Navy, is a lot of running, getting the wide receivers involved. Here they will throw out to the left side. It's caught with space out past the 40-yard line. Another first down for the United States. Brooks Bortle out of Woodstock, Georgia.
And watch this, Matt, here. Watch the quarterback patiently wait for Bortles to get open. Good job and good concentration by Bortles to bring that ball in to his chest for the reception and also picking up the first down. Excellent job there by Bortles.
Bortle wide left here on first down. They will hand off. A little block from the quarterback, and now open field. Big tackle in the end, but a big gain from Martin Blake.
Nice job there by Blake. As you can see here, look at the blocking up front, coming with the counter sweep. Blake has nothing but opportunity and real estate as he runs down the field. Good job there by the O-line, setting up Blake to pick up the first down.
Touchdown saving tackle from Carreño as we have a whistle at the start of the line of scrimmage. Very impressive closing speed from Pedro Carreño in the secondary. It seemed like Blake was going to have a touchdown, and he ran him down at the Mexicans call a timeout.
Yeah, it just seemed like Team Mexico has a lot of speed, and their endurance is definitely up because a lot of guys are playing both ways, offensively and defensively. But you got to give credit to the offensive line of Team USA. They're starting to fall in their groove here, open up those running lanes for Blake and company.
USA Football, a member of the U.S. Olympic Committee, offers athletes premier skill building and competitive platforms to represent the United States in our favorite sport. Athletes in grades 6 to 11 can get started at one of 18 U.S. national team regionals held nationwide this spring and summer. Top performers earn U.S. national team roster invitations to face the world's best competition. Play at the U16 to U18, U19 levels. Visit usafootball.com for more. That's usafootball.com. Beautiful view atop AT&T Stadium. The stadium can hold over 100,000. Of course, home of the Dallas Cowboys. It's hosted Super Bowls, Final Fours, college football playoff games, Cotton Bowl. And after the Mexicans called time, the U.S. goes back to the ground. It's Quaylon Farrar out of Dallas Skyline High School, not far from Arlington.
And what we're seeing here from Team USA is they're working the sweep plays. What I mean by the sweep running plays, they're pulling their backside guard and tackle to the counter side to be able to give good blocking and lead blocking for the running back to be able to run down the field.
High snap, and a fumble is recovered. Well, good presence of mind that time. Solomon Skalnick, the quarterback, had it snapped over his head. He got a hand on it just to keep it amid its grips.
Yeah, high snap there from Team USA center. Looked like just poor timing there, but also good concentration by the quarterback to get the ball back in after he fumbled.
Good pressure from the Caballeros. Sets up 3rd and 12 from the 34-yard line. Skalnick rolls to his right. Under pressure from 2, lobs it towards the sideline, and incomplete. Well, 2 receivers there, but 3 or 4 Caballeros defenders in the vicinity as well.
Very dangerous pass there by the quarterback, extending the play with his legs, but as you can see, he throws it up high around 3 different guys of his team. 3 guys from his team, but also around some defenders. Just a real dangerous play there to be able to throw it up that high. Luckily, it didn't get picked off by the defense.
Anthony Cerencione, the tight end, was the first one there. Bortle not far behind him. They will go for it on 4th and 12. This time over the middle, has a man around the 22-yard line near the first down marker.
Better play there from the quarterback. You see him rolling to the right-hand side, surveying the field. He sets his feet. By setting his feet, he was able to find his receiver across the middle to get close to the first down.
First down catch from Trey Gogenauer out of Henderson, Nevada. First down, they go back to the ground. Nice defense as Farrar is tackled after about a gain of 1.
And the defense right now is starting to step their game back up as far as their linebacker play. It seems like the linebackers are starting to get into the backfield to be able to slow down the running game of Team USA.
Second down, long drive for the U.S. after they punted on their first series. 2 receivers on each side for Skalnick. He goes out to the left, slightly overthrown. Intended receiver was Beard. Now Judson Beard out of Fredericksburg High School. Enchanted Rock State Park. Outside of San Antonio and Austin. Same personnel grouping. 2 receivers right and left, 1 man in the backfield. They put Guggenauer in motion, and he takes the handoff, and he's brought down to the 30. A loss for the United States. Good defense once again. Julian Peraza.
Peraza, look at this play right here. He gets good penetration, staying low, getting past the offensive guard and stopping the running back / wide receiver in the backfield for no gain. Team Mexico is starting to fly around and make plays behind the line of scrimmage. I talked about their linebackers penetrating and being aggressive. Now their defensive line is also getting good penetration up front.
On 4th down, they will try a long field goal. This will be from 44 yards out. And the kick is up. And good. So the United States strikes first. Jason Scott. I make that Axel Robertson, I beg your pardon. The kicker out of Katy High School gives the U.S. the lead up to this 44-yard field goal. Welcome back, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Matt Peterson with Lemont Williams, Sarah Merrifield on the sidelines. A 44-yard field goal from Axel Robertson have given the U.S. U16 national team an early lead. Well, Robertson will kick off. Americans in blue, the Mexicans in red. Now fielded around the 14-yard line. And a nice return out to about the 27-yard line. Zarate once again for Caballeros.
And right now, Matt, we know what Team USA wants to do. They want to establish the running game. They want to continue to run the ball down the field with their athletes. And any opportunity they see down the field as far as throwing the football, they're going to take a shot at it. For Team Mexico, what are they going to do offensively? How are they going to establish themselves here in this first half, especially in this first quarter with less than 4 minutes to go? Are they going to be a passing team? They came out in the first series, wanted to establish their passing game, but then they went 3 and out. So they got to have a way to kind of consistently move the ball down the field and sustain their drives this series.
Caballeros looking for their first down of the game. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. On first down, rolling out to his left. And there is the first down. Acosta near the line of scrimmage got the ball away, and it's Zarate who has been involved in seemingly every play.
Yeah, and what we're seeing here, Matt, watch this quick roll out here by the quarterback, rolling against his strength side, but finding the receiver. Excellent job there by the quarterback to be able to keep his concentration, his eyes up down the field, and finding the receiver. good pitch and catch there from the quarterback to the receiver, in my opinion.
Dalton Hurd pushed him out of bounds. Acosta, the quarterback, has one running back behind him, 3 wide receivers. High snap. He looked for the handoff, but the running back was already past him, and he wisely throws it out of bounds. That was Acosta probably deciding, I need to go block. And the other Acosta, the quarterback, Caesar, said, where are you, buddy?
Yeah, Acosta smart enough to understand that, that play was dead. After the play came in, the snap was too high. He was able to catch the pass or catch the football from the center, and they would just throw it away and live for another down.
Do you like that decision from the running back there? Did he go too early to help block, or should he have stayed back and stayed with the running play?
Well, what happens is all timing, and the timing was thrown off with the high snap. So he went from being the running back to a blocker to help his quarterback throw the football away.
After the regroup, and another high snap. Retrieved by Acosta. 3 men go for the sack, and it's out to the right side. So what could have been a disastrous play ends up with reception to Zarate.
Another missed opportunity there for Team Mexico. As you can see, a bad snap there. Quarterback Acosta is trying to make something out of nothing, finding his receiver just to get back to the line of scrimmage. So consecutive downs were back-to-back high snap. If you're Team Mexico, maybe you want to change it up and go underneath the center, or find a way to kind of make those adjustments where the center is not throwing the ball over the quarterback head on this 3rd down.
Cesar Acosta, the quarterback, number 7. Juan Jose Acosta, the running back, behind him. Here's Acosta rolling to his left towards the sideline. It was caught, but he looked out of bounds. We'll see what the call is.
I think that's a catch, man. That's an excellent opportunity right there. I just believe that's a catch. You can see in this replay here as Acosta moves to his left, watch the receiver get his, oh, no, he's out of bounds. I thought he got that foot in before he stepped out of bounds.
Would have been spectacular from Zarate, but nearly in play as we see Battaglia on the U.S. sideline. And here comes the second punt today from Zarate. What have the Americans done well defensively to limit Caballeros so far?
Well, I mean, they've been getting help from Team Mexico. I mean, their center is helping them out defensively because he's having bad snaps, consecutive snaps. But defensively, I think they're doing a better job covering down the field.
Brown with the big return, breaks a tackle at the 45, then he's wrapped up. Nice return. Raymond Brown out of Lloyd C. Byrd High School in Chester, Virginia.
Brown's a really good athlete. As you can see, he's now playing punt returner. He started off as the starting running back for Team USA, taking some pounding there, but he's also able to get down the field and get some yardage for the return team.
Now Joe Battaglia's team, 48 players from 17 states. Some notables on his coaching staff. The wide receiver coach, Fabian Bowen, 6 years as a wide receiver in the NFL with the Bears and the Seahawks. U.S. start, their 3rd possession from the 47. Hands it off to Brown. He escapes outside up to about the 48-yard line. Brown getting a lot of touches here in the 1st quarter. Nico Marchial back at quarterback, his 2nd series today. Immediately out to the left, and it's tipped. Nice coverage that time from Juan Jose Acosta, the running back on offense. Nice play in the secondary.
Yeah, Acosta jumped that route. As you can see, the quarterback winding up to throw the ball. A slow release. Acosta was able to jump that route from the linebacker position. If you're the quarterback for Team USA, you got to release the football a little bit quicker and not be telegraphing the pass like that, because Acosta almost picked that off for Team Mexico.
Pierre Smalley was the intended receiver. Now on 3rd and 9. Marchial rolling out to his right, heaves it downfield, slightly overthrown. Would have been a big play intended for Jonathan Hotchman, but it sets up 4th down.
Yeah, Hotchman had to step on the safety as well as the cornerback. He got past him, just led a little bit too long, too far from his quarterback. As you can see right here in this replay, quarterback was just rolling out, trying to find some time. Then he just throws it up there. His receiver had to step, but just let him a little bit too long. And, you know, missed opportunity there for Team USA.
Robertson, who had a 44-yard field goal, is also the punter. Short punt, but a pro-USA bounce, and it rolls to about the 35-yard line. Down there by Koa. Now Otala out of Newport News, Virginia. A very even first quarter, Lemont.
Yeah, just tightly played in the first quarter. I mean, you got to give credit to both teams' defense. They came out with their A game and wanted to shut down any attack. Team Mexico is doing a really good job, I think, as far as getting penetration on the running game for Team USA. And on the opposite side of the field, Team USA is trying to throw the football down the field. Team Mexico is trying to throw the football down the field. Good job there by the secondary for Team USA.
Cesar Acosta back out there with Caballeros. Another high snap. Flips it out, sets up the screen pass to Acosta. He breaks a tackle. He's out past the 40-yard line. Tackle made by Anthony Costanzo.
I like this play call here, Matt, because the aggressive play up front by the defensive line of Team USA, you knew that they were going to come off the ball. You set them up with the running back screen to the right-hand side to give Acosta an opportunity to make a play. Good play call there by Team Mexico to pick up 6 yards.
How much might fatigue play a factor today? As it's a 24-man roster for Caballeros, and these guys have to play offense, defense, and special teams.
It's going to play a big role here in this game. I mean, you want to see their endurance level. They're going to start to wear down in the third quarter, the fourth quarter. Right now, they can't even get the snap right.
Another high snap picked up by Acosta. He takes no chance, falls on top of it at the 19-yard line. So from 2nd and 4, we'll go to 3rd and long.
Yeah, it just seems like the center and the quarterback is not on the same page as far as timing and snap count, because that's like the 4th consecutive or 4th time they had a high snap in this first quarter.
Santiago Moreno listed as a linebacker. He has to double as the center. So clearly a new position for him. And at some point you would think they just have to put the quarterback under center.
Well, either that or switch the player. I mean, put a different center down there, or put a player down there to play center that knows how to snap the football, because it's not because Team Mexico is not being aggressive and playing, you know, competitive football. It's just they have really done the basics, really the snap count.
A 22-yard loss after that high snap. Now on 3rd down, a tackle broken by Acosta, but he's crunched at the 30. Booming tackle from Costanzo.
And what we're seeing is Acosta is trying to make something out of nothing with this running back screen dumped off by his quarterback as he gets to the outside. Watch the closing speed of the safety, taking his legs out right there, stopping him in his tracks, forcing now 4th down and 15 to go.
Tackle made by Costanzo out of Palmer Ridge High School in Colorado Springs. That brings the first quarter to an end. A competitive game in the first of 4 this day at the International Bowl in Arlington. 3-0 to the United States after 1 quarter.
Lets you open, collect, and trade football cards at any time from anywhere. Make instant trades with collectors around the world, or choose to have your cards shipped directly to you. Complete challenges to earn rare achievement cards, available exclusively for ePack users. Sign up today at upperdeckepack.com and receive a free pack just for logging in. Buy, open, collect, and trade from anywhere at any time. Only on upperdeckepack.com.
The game starts in the film room and continues in the locker room. It locks down on the sideline, then plays out on the field. The game is controlled from the top down, mind over matter. Every second on the clock, every inch on the turf, fought over and decided upon by every player out there. It's their game, where strategy and speed of thought conquers all.
Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced range of sports fuel. Gatorade. You fuel us, we fuel you.
Go. Yeah, go. Good job. Good job. Good job. Nice. Good job. There it is. Go. Keep him in. That's the way to accelerate. I can't hear you. What's the difference between a good defense and a great defense?
Welcome back, AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Day 2 of the International Bowl 2019. And on 4th and 15, another punt coming from Caballeros. And it's going to roll inside the 30-yard line.
And right there, it gets a friendly bounce there. Opportunity. Good job there by Team Mexico.
Now down to the sideline with Sarah Merrifield. Well, the United States will take over after that punt.
And the question is right now, can Team Mexico get a quality snap from the center to the quarterback? I mean, we really haven't seen too much offensively from them because, through Team Mexico, because they've been having bad snaps from the center to the quarterback. But for Team USA, they're rolling. They're doing their thing as far as running the football in this first half.
Skalnick back at quarterback, hands off to Blake. Blake, a nice pickup on first down, pushed out of bounds. Blake from Canyon Springs High School in Las Vegas. And now down to the sideline with Sarah.
I'm here with Gunnar Allen, who played on the freshman Alito football team this past year from Fort Worth, so he's familiar with this area. But for you, how cool is it for you to be here not only a couple weeks ago to watch your varsity team win state and then play again here representing USA?
It's awesome. I've always loved the stadium. It's like the dream come true coming down on the field to get to play. And hopefully take a dub.
And for you, what's been the most exciting or cool, unique part of this experience? Because these are different kids than you're used to playing with.
Just playing against kids from all over and with kids from all over. Like, I get to talk to my teammates, learn about where they're from. It's awesome. Just making new friends, live in different states, just a good experience.
Well, thank you so much, and good luck with the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Sarah. Hands it off. And hard yards picked up that time by Blake.
And what we're seeing right now from Team USA is run. They're running the football down the throat of Team Mexico's defense. They're going to wear them down and see if they're going to be able to hold up with this offensive line pressure coming at them play after play after play.
2nd and 4, 3 receivers out to the right for Skalnick. Again, hands it off. Minimal gain for Blake.
We talked about Team Mexico having guys playing both sides of the field, offense and defense. It's going to start to show here. Do they have the stamina or the understanding to be able to maintain at the highest level or play at the highest level throughout this game? Because they're going to start to wear down and start to miss a lot of tackles here and allow Team USA to run the football at ease.
You can see Solomon Skalnick, the quarterback, at the top of your screen talking with the bench. Now he's back from the shotgun on 3rd down, and it's nearly intercepted. Errant pass could have been picked off by Rodrigo Trujillo.
Opportunity right there for the quarterback to connect with his receiver, threw the ball behind him, almost intercepted. Good job there by the defensive player for Team Mexico to leap out there to try to get an attempt for an interception. So it just seems like Team Mexico is at the right place at the right time when it comes to the passing plays and deflecting the football. They just got to find a way to stop the running game from Team USA.
If not Trujillo on the interception, there was another Caballero in the secondary who may have caught it himself. So 2nd punt today for the US U16 takes another friendly bounce. Every punter's got a nice friendly roll here this morning. And finally down by Brock Spalding. Well, Gunnar Allen, we heard from he and Sarah on the sideline, won a state title this year at Aledo High School. Fun fact about him, his mother calls him Gunny Bear. Now, the USA Football does a good job tabulating some facts and background on these guys, and that's what Gunnar volunteered.
Okay, I was going to say, I don't think he'd be too happy to put that out there. But, hey, if he volunteered it, then I guess he wanted everyone to know about it.
The Gunny Bear on the sideline after a state championship. And here comes Caballeros. Good snap that time.
Ooh.
Handed off and a big tackle in the backfield. How about that from Jordan Springer out of Midland Freshman High School in Texas.
Yeah, Springer, the defensive lineman at 6 feet, 235. Watch this hit, boom, as he comes right in unblocked. Springer out of Midland, Texas. Good job there by the young man coming down, running downhill, making a solid tackle in the backfield.
Now listed at 6 foot 235, but he looks like he's going to grow into that frame.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. He has a lot of, just looking at him, he has a lot of potential as far as if he gets in the weight room and take care of his body, he's going to grow into that frame.
Midland, Texas, one of many football hotbeds in the United States.
Oh yeah, Midland, Odessa, all in that area. Really good athletes came out of there. Really good stock as far as football. And they love their high school football up there in Midland.
Team Mexico, that's their third and final
A defensive battle in Arlington, 3-0 in the second quarter for the U.S.
Our industry has been chasing this breakthrough for a decade, but we got there first. Not only is it ranked as the highest rated fiber in history, it delivers greater performance than any other field turf system ever built. Introducing Field Turf Core, the first multi-layer super fiber.
Player safety is paramount, and Tackle Tube USA, the original, is leading the way with a tool designed to make practice safer and teach great tackling technique. Tackle Tube allows players to simulate real game situations, track and tackle a moving target, promote great body position, and improve technique and timing. Coaches all over the world are using Tackle Tube to promote a safer and more efficient way to tackle. Used both in and out of season, drills for every position, they never need to leave the practice field. Check us out at Tackle Tube USA.
This season is one to remember, and USA Football has partnered with fanbooks.com to offer personalized player photo books that you will treasure forever. Customize your fan book with your favorite photos from your camera or from the USA Football photo albums inside the Fanbooks app. Use the free Fanbooks app to place your order, and your custom fan book will be delivered right to your door. Download the Fanbooks app in the App Store or Google Play and learn more at fanbooks.com.
Welcome back. 2nd and 15 for Caballeros as they try to get something going on offense. Still seeking their first down, but their defense has kept them in this game. Just a 3-point deficit. On second down, big play downfield, and it's dropped. Maybe his eyes on the end zone instead of the football. Nicolo Aratti.
Yeah, Aratti, wish he had that play again. As you can see in this replay, watch the speed of Aratti. Gets behind the cornerback, but he takes his eyes off the football just for a second. Huge opportunity for Team Mexico, but missed opportunity as well, dropping the football there.
He got behind Dalton Hurd, the defensive back.
Man, that was huge. They needed that offensively. They could have you just hear the fans just waiting for that play to take place so they can start cheering for their team. Good pass there by the quarterback as well. I mean, he's been struggling as far as getting the snap from the center. Finally got a chance to throw the football down the field. All sides.
Acosta, the quarterback, as the flag comes out, perhaps a free play. It's incomplete. Again intended for Zarate. Coverage downfield from Devil Dickerson. Your initial thought was offsides.
Offsides, number 59 defense, 5-yard penalty, replay 3rd down.
Hunter Hardesty out of Hendrickson High School in Pflugerville, Texas. It's been minimal gains so far for Caballeros. It goes to 5 of 9 passing, but for those 5 completions, a total of 30 yards. Acosta going out to the left sideline, just underthrown. Good coverage downfield. Again, that was Hurd flanking Zarate.
Yeah, it seems like Team USA was well prepared on that play defensively, bringing the blitz package from top, but also playing really good, solid, aggressive man-to-man coverage in the secondary.
On 4th down, Cesar Acosta goes towards the bench. Deep in their own side of the field, they'll have to punt. Another opportunity for Raymond Brown to return. Zarate with the punt from his own 6. High in the air. And a fair catch called for and made by Brown. 21st century football is here, built by USA Football. The football development model is a framework for fun and fitness through America's favorite sport. Open to every youth and scholastic program. Sign up to discover football's future at usafootball.com/FDM. That's usafootball.com/FDM. Good field position for the United States. They take over at the 42-yard line. And it's Nico Marchial back at quarterback. He'll hand it off. Farrar tied up after a short gain.
They come in with a different running back in Farrar at 5'8", 175 out of Mesquite, Texas. Want to see how this young man do in the backfield, be able to get away from the defenders and hopefully continue to move the ball down the field.
Carlos Cal and Pedro Carreño combine on the tackle.
You got to give credit to Team Mexico, though. I mean, defensively, they holding their own. I mean, they bending but not breaking. I think they're doing a really good job as far as trying to stop the run, but defensively, they're keeping their team in this game.
Out to the left side, nice blocking in front of Mason Schuler out of Round Rock, Texas. A first down.
Really the first pass that I've seen from Team USA where it made a completion, but also have some opportunity to make some plays down the field or get some positive yards down the field. They've been struggling as far as throwing the ball down the field. Continue to throw the ball to quick outs to their receivers and let them make a play.
Good lead block from Pierce Smalley. Now on first down, another handoff to Quillan Farrar.
You just feel like we're one play away from this thing is, either Team Mexico or Team USA, really taking the control of this game. Team Mexico had that opportunity. They're throwing the ball down the field and the receiver dropped the pass. But Team USA, they up by 3 points, but it just feels like either way, both sides of the field, both sides of the ball, it's just one play away from this thing to really get the tempo back going and get the fans into this game.
On second down from the shotgun, fakes a handoff, rolls to his right. The left-handed quarterback under pressure, and he's brought down. First sack today for the Caballeros, and it's Victor Perez.
Victor Perez has been the most active defensive player for Team Mexico throughout this first half. Excellent job there by Perez to have the vision, but also have the closing speed to bring down the quarterback for a sack.
And this seems to be the common theme in this game today. 3rd and long for both teams. As we see Marchial look towards the sideline. 6'1" quarterback out of Regis Jesuit High School in Colorado. Hands it off to Farrar, cuts inside. Breaks a tackle, breaks another, up to about the 20-yard line. He'll be near a first down. We'll see where they spot him.
Excellent job there for Farrar. Look at the vision of this young man in running the football. As he gets the hands on Washington, cut back into the inside, but watch the vision to be able to get away from the defenders. Right there, Farrar is an excellent football player. You can tell that he has a lot of upside to him. That's just instincts right there on that last play by Farrar.
Joe Battaglia and his coaching staff. Interesting call there. A run on 3rd and 11, and it works. They go back to Farrar. He's gashing past the 10, up to the 7-yard line.
Here come Farrar, the young man out of Mesquite, Texas, at 5'8", 175. You can just see here, he's starting to feel it here, running the football. Watch, he takes this hit and keeps on ticking as he takes the lick and also falls backwards forward to pick up another 2 more yards.
Out of powerhouse Dallas Skyline. Go back to him, 1st and goal from the 8. It's all Farrar here. And a gang of tacklers bring him down. Second and goal from the 7. Marchial back to Ferrari, cuts to his right. He is in the end zone. Quaylon Farrar, carry after carry on this drive. He's rewarded with a touchdown.
And there it is, Matt. Farrar, the exclamation point there with the touchdown. Watch the run here, bouncing into the outside by the tackle. Good job there for Farrar. It was all Farrar in that series. Good vision, good speed, but also showing power, falling into the end zone for the first touchdown for Team USA.
Do you think part of this strategy from Coach Joe Battaglia in the U.S. could be trying to wear down the Mexican team with the 24-man roster and the offensive players having to play defense, trying to run it up the middle? We'll get back to that after the break. PAT is good from Robertson. It's 10-0 to the United States. Under 5 minutes left in the second quarter. The U.S. U16 national team, a defensive show. They lead 10-0 after a 44-yard field goal from Axel Robertson, a touchdown run from Quaylon Farrar, who has been outstanding, especially on that drive.
Yeah, I really like Farrar, what I've seen from the 5'8", running back out of Mesquite, Texas. His vision and being able to show some speed, but the power in the red zone was really giving him the opportunity to be able to get that first touchdown for Team USA.
8 carries so far for Farrar, 38 yards. Much of those 8 carries came on that last drive. On the kickoff, caught at the 15.
Ooh.
Big hit around the 18-yard line. We see him again. Martin Blake, the running back, double duty on special teams.
Yeah, Blake out of Nevada coming downhill on kickoff. He can tell, he's telling his teammates, I can just play, not just play offense, but I can play special teams as well. Big stick there by the young man.
5'7", but 190 pounds and a low center of gravity.
Yeah, that's fun right there. When you're able to run down on kickoff unblocked and have a clean shot at the kickoff returner, oh man, your heart is pounding real fast.
Let's see how the Mexicans come out on this series. They've shown moments where they might have something going, but high snaps, drop passes, and good defense from the United States have limited them.
It just feels like they're beating themselves throughout this first half. Their defense has kept them in the game thus far, and before they gave up their last touchdown, it just feels like offensively they need to find a way to get going.
On first down, it's tipped at the line of scrimmage. There we see him again. Jordan Springer had the big hit on the last defensive series. That time he got in the face of Acosta.
Yeah, Springer comes again unblocked from the top side. Was able to get his hands up. You teach your D lineman to put your hands up when you come unblocked. Watch Springer gets his arms up right there to knock the pass down against a quarterback. It just feels like Springer is starting to find his confidence here and his swagger throughout this first half.
Just 4 total offensive yards for the Caballeros, but a lot of that is sort of misleading because of all the high snaps and the big losses they've attained. United States with 119 total yards. They lead 10-0. On 2nd and 10, Acosta from the shotgun. Shovels it out to his right, and immediately tackled is Ricardo Luna.
Team Mexico switches up right there with the speed pitch to the outside to the receiver, to the running back to try to catch the defense off guard. I just like how Team USA is starting to rally around, defensively as a unit to be able to come in and just close in and make good, solid open field tackles.
A 3rd and 7 for Mexico. You see Acosta talking on the field with Ricardo Luna. The thing I really enjoy with the International Bowl is how much on-field talking the players do. Here comes Acosta, flushed out to his left, has a man downfield, intercepted! Zaire Riley from Yuma Catholic High School in Arizona.
As you can see, the quarterback rolling to his right, to his left-hand side, throws it behind the receiver, which allowed the defensive back to be able to settle down and get the interception. Good job there by Team USA.
Riley at 5'4", but as we've seen in this game, size doesn't matter. The 5'7" defensive back making the play on special teams a moment ago, and then Riley, the Yuma, Arizona native, the sure-handed catch.
Yeah, things are starting to pick up right now. You can definitely tell for Team USA. Offensively, they got going with the running game. Their defensively, they got their first turnover with that interception.
Solomon Skalnick back at quarterback for the U.S. Up 10-0, under 4 minutes left in the half. Hand it off. They go back to the featured back, Raymond Brown. Luna with the tackle after a gain of 1 at 2nd and 9. Go back to Brown. Big gain up the middle. He breaks the tackle at the 30. He will take it into the end zone. Ramon Brown makes it 16-0 for the United States. And the ground game for the Americans starting to pay dividends.
Yeah, you can see Brown right there, being able to follow behind the blocking. Good job there, but watch the speed as he breaks away from the defenders. Brown out of Chester, Virginia, getting his 2nd touchdown for Team USA here in the first half.
Rodrigo Trujillo had the last chance with the ankle tackle, but could not bring him down. So after it was 3-0 for the majority of this first half, the Americans with touchdowns very quickly, and interesting formation for this point after touchdown. They'll have several on that left side. Not sure I've ever seen that.
I've seen it before, but it just seems like it's too confusing for the players.
False start, 26 offense, 5-yard penalty, retry the PAT.
I just believe they need to go with the traditional PAT. I mean, at this point, up 16-0, I mean, there's no room for error. Just go ahead and go with the traditional point after kick.
Axel Robertson had a 44-yard field goal that opened the score into the first quarter. The holder is Brooks Bortle. And it's no good. So he made it from 44. That one much closer, but a miss. Under 4 minutes left in the first half, the U.S. has shut out Caballeros so far in Arlington. Well, the first of 4 games. A next game around 1 p.m. Central Time, the U.S. Under-17 national team against Team Japan. And Japan won last year's contest against the United States. And then it's Team Canada against the U.S. Under-18 national team. And Canada has won 4 of the last 5 meetings against the United States. That's at 4:30. And then the nightcap, the U.S. Under-19 national team, which features many Power 5 college commitments, some big names and some big schools on that U.S. Under-19 national team against Tamaulipas of Mexico. So the Mexicans facing the Americans in the morning and the evening, and the middle 2 games, Japan and Canada against the United States national teams. After the touchdown, a kickoff, and it bounces inside the 10. Scooped up there by Zarate, and a decent return out to the 16.
Yeah, and if you're not careful, you know, Team Mexico has got to find a way to, I mean, I've been saying this throughout this first half, being able to move the ball down the field. Right now, they're struggling as far as throwing the football and running the football, and if they're not careful, this thing can get ugly going into halftime. They got to find a way to give it to their playmakers, give it to them in some space. I mean, not try to throw the ball down the field and not continue to roll the quarterback out. Just let him stay in the pocket and just throw it out to the outside, and let's see how it plays out, because Team USA defensively, I mean, you saw Springer, I mean, he's going in there unblocked, shutting down any type of pass from the quarterback. And they look like they came with a new quarterback here in this series.
Yeah, it looks like Zarate in the shotgun. He's been wide receiver most of this game. The right-handed QB throws it out to the right. And just shy of the first down, the catch is made. Juan Jose Acosta. And a flag on the play. Bryce Drummond with the tackle.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, 93 defense, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
Jaden Wanstead with the roughing the passer call.
Probably see Wanstead coming into the shot here as the quarterback throws it. Drew the flag here on that last play.
Pablo Gomez is the quarterback. I beg your pardon. I thought it might have been Zarate, but Gomez, his first series at QB, and a good first throw, picking up the first down before the roughing the passer. Well, Gomez replacing Acosta at QB. They put Sebastian Cortez out to the left, 2 receivers out to the right. Running back a few yards behind Gomez. They hand it off. Immediately tackled and fumbled, recovered by Caballeros.
Might be a flag on the play as well. Oh yeah, see.
Timeout, Team USA.
Timeout.
And the Americans use their first timeout of the half. Now the International Bowl now in its 10th edition. It started in 2010, the longest running annual series of high school age international football teams. And it's a member of the U.S. Olympic Committee and the sport's national governing body. USA Football manages the International Bowl and organizes U.S. national teams for international competition. Now 8 U.S. teams in this year's International Bowl. 4 played last Friday. 4 will play today. And this year's competition, it's 16 teams spanning 5 countries across 4 age divisions. And after the timeout, it's 2nd and 13. Fumbled low snap, and a whistle comes in, and they're going to say he was down. with his knee down as he picked it up, so Gomez will avoid a big sack.
And you can definitely tell Team Mexico is still struggling as far as with the snaps from the center to the quarterback. As Gomez catches the ball low, his knee hits the ground, which makes him automatic down when they blew the whistle.
USAFootball.com is your home to gain an edge on the field. Be a better coach, player, or football parent at USAFootball.com. Lemont, we saw Gomez's gold cleats there. Did you have any interesting colored cleats in your playing career?
No. Well, when I played, we spatted our cleats a lot. So we did. I see guys still spatting their cleats. As far as when I mean spat, taping up their cleats. As far as with some athletic tape on there. So we have different colors from that. But for the majority of the time, we just write on the cleats. You know, you write either your favorite scripture or you write your whatever motivates you on your cleats. But no, at that time, back in those days, we didn't have colorful cleats like that provided for the kids these days. So I wish I had an opportunity to have some colorful cleats. It would have been something different. But I like those gold cleats from Gomez, though. I mean, look like those pretty high on them, too, like some high top cleats.
Like a boxer.
Yeah.
3rd and 18 for Mexico. He glances left now to his right, slings it, has a man over the middle. He's out to the left side, possibility of a first down. Nice play made by Zarate.
Yeah, Zarate is their go-to guy as far as receiver. As we check out this replay here, watch Zarate catches the pass from Gomez. Quick slant across the middle. Zarate, look at this run right here. Nice job there by the wide receiver picking up the first down for Team Mexico.
Just shy. It's 4th and 3. I thought it was a first down as well, Lemont. Likely they'll go for it. There's Zarate, who had the pickup.
He's also the punter. I wouldn't be surprised if Team Mexico goes for the fake here. You never know. Take a chance.
Good position for the fake.
You have Zarate back there, catching the football. So if it's not a high snap, why not? He only needs 3 yards. You saw what he did on the last play.
Yeah, we saw it last week, Saints and Eagles. It seemed like the Saints were ready for the fake, and here is the fake.
I called it.
Out to the right. Can he get to the first down marker? He does. Alan De Zarate, a fake punt, and he gets the 3 yards.
Just like on cue, I called it. I wanted to see him do a fake and take a chance, and he definitely did that, and they're going to get more yards for the horse collar.
Personal foul, horse collar, 92 defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, first down.
Jack along with the horse collar tackle. An additional 15 yards for the Mexicans.
Wanted to see Team Mexico take a chance. Right before halftime, they got to find a way to get a spark offensively and get back into this game. Going for the fake punt with Zarate at the punting position was an excellent call by the head coach. Now let's see what Gomez is going to do offensively with this team.
Felt like last week the Saints, a big fake punt down 14 against the Eagles. The Eagles knew it was coming, but the Saints still pulled it off. Yeah. A momentum swinging play. Under a minute left in the first half. Gomez flushed out, fakes it, and a nice little pickup he's hit after he got out of bounds. See if they throw a flag on that. That was a big hit on the perimeter from Anthony Costanzo. We've seen a few big hits from him today.
And I chuckle because Gomez is doing the best he can at the quarterback position. He pump fakes twice. He seems like he's just running for his life out there from the defenders, but he took a big shot there going out of bounds.
Dead ball, personal foul, late hit, 25 defense, 15 yards from the end of the run, first down.
It's Austin Terry out of Tumwater High School in Olympia, Washington with the hit. Yeah, they misidentified him. It was Anthony Costanzo, number 12.
Yeah, it's a bang-bang play. So it's very hard for that, I mean, you're going to get that call every time. But as a defensive coordinator, you tell your player continue to be aggressive. What can he do in that situation? He's running downhill to make a play on Gomez. He's not looking at the sideline. He's looking at the player. And when he makes contact, if it's inbounds or out of bounds, then the official, he makes the officials make that call. And if I'm a defensive coordinator, I'm telling my player, continue to play aggressive like that in the secondary.
Back-to-back big penalties at the end of the play from the United States, giving Mexico better field position as they try to get on the scoreboard here at the end of this first half. First and 10 from the 19-yard line with 40 seconds left. Gomez, good fake, eludes one rusher and then throws it out of bounds.
Yeah, Gomez is, he's pretty much running for his life there, man. You can tell he's just trying to find some open space to be able to look downfield and find his receivers. And if he sees somebody in the red jersey, he's just pulling the trigger. He's throwing it down. He's throwing the football downfield.
Gomez returns after going to the sideline for instructions. 12 seconds left on the play clock. They have been loose on the play clock and enforcing that rule here at the International Bowl in the spirit of the competition. They'll let them play here on 2nd and 10. Gomez from the shotgun. Over the middle. Caught. And a stiff arm, but a tackle ultimately made. And brave play there from Carlos Cal.
You got to speed it up right now for your Team Mexico. You got to go on your 2-minute offensive package. You see here Gomez finding the running back out of the backfield. Good closing speed by the linebacker to bring him down.
Without timeouts, they spike it to stop the clock. On the prior play, Koa Naotala, the linebacker out of Menchville High School in Newport News, Virginia. After the spike, it's 4th down. 4 yards to go, 12 seconds left in this first half. Mexico is out of timeouts. From the 8. Lob towards the end zone, a flag comes out, and we'll see what call might be made. There's 5 seconds left on the clock. Zarate was asking for a flag, but that flag seemed to come out right after the pass was thrown.
Yeah, it just feels like it's probably pass interference against the defensive back, shielding against the receiver, not getting his head back. Even though we're playing in the International Bowl, the rules still same. I mean, same rules apply. You got to be able to turn your head when you're playing one-on-one against the receiver.
Holding, 34 defense. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Aiden Inesta Rodriguez from Helotes, Texas.
You definitely see Gomez going high to his receiver. The holding probably took place prior to the release of the football by number 34.
Now still first and down with 5 seconds left. First and goal from the 7. Fakes, another fake, and he gets the ball away as the first half comes to a close. So Mexico, a good drive, but they cannot get on the scoreboard. Good defense, a bend but not break approach from the United States at the end of the first half, and they lead 16-0.
Yeah, Team USA did an excellent job being able to recover defensively, shutting down Team Mexico and not giving up any points in the first half.
But Joe Battaglia's team off to a good start. They really limited Mexico to that final drive and did not allow them into the end zone. 31 total yards, and we go down to the sideline with Sarah.
Coach, it took a little while to get something on the scoreboard there. I'm sure the size of the stadium has something to do with those pregame jitters, but how unique of an experience is this for these kids, especially under 16, and what kind of emotion did you see for them coming on the field of this size?
Oh, it's incredible. It's an incredible experience for these guys. I mean, I can only imagine being 16 years old, coming out here at Cowboy Stadium, representing your country. I mean, I get goosebumps and I'm this old, so for these kids, it's a huge deal.
And as a coach, what do you think the most valuable lesson these young kids can take away from something like this, an entire week with USA football?
Just the ups and downs of it. You know what I mean? We try to give them a college experience in the sense of preparation with meetings and all those kind of stuff, and it gets hard. It's a long week for those guys to learn a lot of different stuff and go through different events and whatnot. So, you know, it's adversity and then picking it up when we need to get done.
And what are you hoping to change or look for these kids in the second half?
It's just the killer instincts, right? We messed around a little bit. We hurt ourselves with some penalties. Now we're going to come out and we're going to whip some butt.
Thanks so much. Good luck in the second half. Guys?
Thank you, Joe, and thank you, Sarah. United States, the under-16s are up by 16. Halftime from AT&T Stadium. Welcome back at the International Bowl. A dominant defensive display in the first half of the United States U16 national team against Caballeros of Mexico. Matt Peterson with the linebacker, Lemont Williams. As a former linebacker, you have to be impressed with the display from the United States.
Yeah, especially with their defense. I thought their defense did a really good job in the first half, flying around, making plays, making really good solid tackles on the outside as well. Offensively, they got going. I mean, their running game started to get going in the first half, late in the first half, but they was able to put up some touchdowns and have control of the clock as well.
Well, from that very first series, we saw running be the story for the United States. 2 running touchdowns plus a field goal. And clearly they want to wear down this 24-man roster for Mexico.
Yeah, as you can see here in the highlights right here, Team USA wanted to establish the passing game here in the first quarter. Did an excellent job on that play, finding a receiver on the outside. But it was all their running game throughout the first half. You see that running back set the tone right there, number 20, down the field, which helped the other running backs continue to run the ball down the field. But the quarterback play was solid by Team USA, finding the receivers rolling out to the right-hand side.
This was the early points to the United States. Alex Robertson from 44 yards, just over the upright.
As you can see, Team Mexico trying to get something going offensively. They would have a really good pitch and catch with their receiver from their quarterback to their receiver here. And as they drop the ball down to their running back, have some success in the open field getting the first down.
Well, was not showing 2 or 3 very high snaps and really slowed down their drives. But we do see dominant tackle from Jordan Springer, one of 2 big plays he made in the first half.
Yeah, Springer had a huge first half defensively, coming unblocked and making plays in the backfield for Team USA.
And then it was Quaylen Farrar, and he got 6 or 7 carries on this drive alone, and it would end with a touchdown.
Yeah, Farrar was the spark that Team USA needed offensively to get things going, running the football, producing the first touchdown in the first half.
The Dallas native getting it done in Arlington, and then downfield intercepted. Nice play from Zaire Riley that set up this from the United States.
Yeah, that interception touchdown after the turnover was huge for Team USA.
Ramon Brown out of Chester, Virginia, long touchdown run. Huge yard disparity between the 2 teams.
What we're seeing is Team USA is one-dimensional, only 51 passing yards, negative 20 rushing yards. You got to give credit to Team USA for rushing the football for 126, dominating up front with their offensive line.
The United States under Joe Battaglia, a defensive analyst at Navy, controlling the clock, controlling the line of scrimmage, and a 16-point lead at halftime. We'll be back with the second half kickoff from AT&T Stadium. Welcome back. The International Bowl in Arlington, Texas. Moments away from the start of the second half. A dominant first half defensively from the U.S. U16 national team, and then they scored twice in the final 5 minutes. Touchdown runs from Quaylin Farrar and Raymond Brown. Brown, a 41-yard touchdown run after a field goal from Axel Robertson. So Robertson will kick off to start the second half. The Caballeros will have the very first possession. Nicolo Arati back there for the Caballeros. He will return it from the 12. Cuts inside, past the 25, out past the 30. Nice return. About 20-yard return from Nicolo Arati.
Tackle made by number 5.
And now down to Sarah Merrifield on the sideline.
Well, I just had a chance to talk to Fabian Bowens, the wide receivers coach of the U16 team. He does have experience playing in the NFL, and I asked him, for these guys who are under 16 years old, how important is this opportunity for them? And he said, oh my gosh, hands down, this experience is absolutely crucial for a guy like this who wants to pursue a career in football, because it's an early building block for guys like that to not only build relationships, but just the basics, getting a chance to showcase their skill and whatnot in front of coaches and scouts and fans. And I asked him, you know, did you have anything like this when you were growing up? And he said, absolutely not, but we wish we did, because frankly, it would have been that much more helpful to get to the league. And of course, he did get to the league, but this, for his resume, would have been just that much better for him as a child. Guys?
Thank you, Sarah. We mentioned Fabian early in this game as the first play that time went to Acosta. Fabian, 6 years in the NFL with the Bears and the Seahawks. And it's a wide sprinkling of coaches, Lemont, on this team. The head coach, Joe Battaglia, defensive analyst at Navy. Fabian as well, the wide receiver from the NFL. Then you have high school coaches involved. It's a nice diversity of coaches for these young men.
A good balance as well, that you want to bring a different level of experience to this platform, having the opportunity to have some pro experience as well as coaches experience, college coaches experience is only going to enhance the players down the road.
A low throw caught. Positive yards on the first 2 downs of the second half for Mexico. That was Ricardo Luna.
And as you see Gomez right there backing up with the running back screen. Good pursuit there by number 28, getting around the tackle to make the tackle around the tackle.
Tackling at the tackle. So 3rd and 7 now for Mexico. From the 37-yard line. A good pocket to pass, and a man caught downfield. Itzarati had the big drop earlier in the game, but no problem that time. A first down for Mexico, and a flag comes in.
Hopefully the flag is not against Team Mexico. That was the first play I've seen where Gomez as a quarterback.
Offside, number 52 of the defense. That penalty be declined. Result of the play, first down.
That's the first play I've seen as Gomez really had a chance to have some protection up front to be able to allow him to throw the football down the field and connect with the receiver.
Very clean pocket. Well-designed play for the Caballeros. Gomez out to the right. Not the most accurate shovel, and Luna just covers up.
It just felt like Gomez threw it a little bit too low, and they had an opportunity from the running back to be able to make some plays in the field, in the open field, but just a missed shot there by Gomez throwing it low, which forced the running back to kind of just fall on it.
After a 4-yard loss, 2nd down. Gomez replaced the starting quarterback, Cesar Acosta, who had the first quarter or so. They've been better on offense since Gomez has taken over. Now out to the left side. Peeks over his shoulder. Lost it as he tried to throw it, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds.
And you see Gomez is disappointed within himself because he had an opportunity to roll into the left-hand side. Look at the speed of Gomez trying to settle his feet and settle down there. The ball just slips right out of his hands and just bounced out of bounds. Missed opportunity for Team Mexico.
Cade Stroud, number 95, was closest to it on the sideline, but cannot keep it in play.
It looked like they changed up the quarterback position again.
And they're going back to Cesar Acosta after that fumble. It's 3rd and 24. Good snap. Acosta quickly out to the left and dropped. Would not have had very far to go. 3 Americans in defense, and the player is down in some pain. His helmet off after the missed catch. And that's Zarate, the often thrown to wide receiver.
Yeah, the #1 target in the first half for Team Mexico is Zarate, and also their punter. A little shaken up there after the play. It's good to see that he's back on his feet and hopefully gets a chance to get a blow on the sideline to kind of recover there.
3 catches for 25 yards in that first half for Alan Zarate. Now, Judson Beard back to return for the United States as it's punted by Cortez. Beard eludes a tackle, gets past the 35, breaks a few more tackles. Flag comes in late. Good return from Judson Beard out of Fredericksburg High School.
Might be a face mask call against Team Mexico. I've seen his head pull back. That could have been the reason to throw the flag on that last play.
During the return, illegal block in the back on the return team. Number 11, 10-yard penalty in the spot of the foul. First down.
Aiden Combest out of Plano, Texas.
Let's see if we can see the block in the back. Right there, number 10 shoves number 5 from Team Mexico in the back.
Now we saw Combest come in late, but I think the block was, as you mentioned, against Dickerson. Dickerson, nicknamed the Joker. Now, interesting comments from Battaglia, the head coach, to Sarah Merrifield on the sideline before halftime. Said, we need our killer instinct. Said a long week, the players have learned a lot, but he expects more from his team in the second half.
Okay, there we go. Fans, go ahead and get loud because it's time for the Super Fan Cam. We're going to pick one special spirited fan to win a USA football jersey. So let's hear it, everyone.
3 receivers out to the left, the United States. 1 to the right, 1 man in the backfield. That quarterback is Solomon Skalnick. And a flag comes out. Now a false start.
False start. Offense, number 70. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Joey Pilata out of St. John's High School in Leominster, Massachusetts. Second straight year for Joe Battaglia. Involved with U.S. national team last year. His U15 Stars team beat the Stripes, another American team, 20-0. And look at this carry. Big gain. He earned it. Martin Blake carrying 2 or 3 defenders.
Good hard run by Blake. You can see in this replay here with the counter sweep. Blake takes a hit there, takes another one, bounces off the defender, keeps his legs moving. Excellent job there by Blake. Good hard run for the young man out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Juan Jose Acosta finally with the tackle, and now a drop on this near side. James Alaman, who wants to be a sportscaster at some point down the line after his playing career is over. A drop there from the Dana Hills High School native. Now we saw that carry. It was impressive secondary play from Martin Blake earlier in the game, Limon. He went downfield and had the big tackle. Now we know he's tough and strong.
Oh, absolutely. He showed it on that special teams play, going down unblocked with the big hit on the kickoff returner. And we've seen it here in the second half with the running play.
Go back to Blake. Breaks 1 tackle, another. And it's going to take a mountain of men to bring him down.
Man, I'm impressed with Blake. What I'm seeing here, he's showing a lot of tenacity. He's showing a lot of heart on this run here. Watch this play here as he runs. He bounces off one guy right there, but keeps his legs moving. That's the most important part, Matt, is the fact that he's able to keep his legs moving and continue to move down the field. You teach your players in practice, continue to move those legs. And right now, Blake is showing it. He's learning from practice and implementing it in the game right now.
High snap, and taking no chances, Skalnick. He took it himself. Blake gave him an opportunity to hand it off, but the quarterback did not want to mess with a handoff here.
No, it's just another bad snap for Team USA. They had a few in the first half. Good job for Team Mexico to come in and just throw down the quarterback.
Julian Peraza with the tackle. And you can see him asking the sidelines for another play to be called. Seems like the American running backs are feeding off one another. They've each had their moment with Blake, Brown, and Farrar. Here's Blake out to the Cowboys star at midfield. Look at him. 5, 6, 7 more yards up to the 42.
Man, I mean, what else can you say about this young man? At 5'7", you know, Blake is showing that he's tall as far as his attitude. I mean, just look at this here. Look at his just bouncing off players, keeping those legs moving. At 5'7", he's just showing a lot of heart, a lot of, toughness. At 190, he's starting to lay heavy on that defense. The defense is starting to seem like, to me, they're wearing down from all this running play from Blake and hard runs from Brown and guys coming in from off the sideline. So we've got to keep an eye on that too, Matt, throughout the second half. Will the defense fatigue here in this third quarter?
I go back to Blake to the right side, breaks a tackle, runs over another, and finally brought down inside the 20. Ricardo Luna makes the play. This is Blake, very similar to Quaylon Farrar a few series ago.
Yeah, Mr. Martin Blake continue to show his toughness and running hard each and every play, running over defenders, breaking tackles, and picking up the first down.
You guessed it, another run for Blake. This one to the left side, and it takes 3 and 4, maybe 5 defenders to take him down at the 12-yard line.
Man, Blake's starting to remind me of a former football player and Hall of Famer and Earl Campbell. As you can see, Martin Blake here on this running play, bouncing to the left-hand side, picking up another positive yards there for Team USA.
Blake averaging 9 yards per carry, picked up 7 that time, and a timeout is called.
Much needed timeout.
Timeout, Mexico.
Team Mexico
the first
right now.
timeout of the second half.
They will catch their breath. They'll be back to Arlington after this. The Stars and Stripes, a big part of the International Bowl. So many of these American players have talked about what it means to wear the red, white, and blue this week and represent their country against international foes. And at the moment, the U.S. U16 national team leads Mexico 16-0 on the verge of another score. They go this time to Farrar, and a flag comes out. Martin Blake might be getting a rest. 11 carries, 116 yards, Lemont, an average of 10.5 yards per carry, and he is carried
Illegal
almost every down.
12 men or more in the formation
here
on the defense.
today after the illegal substitution for Mexico.
Still second down. The result of the 5-yard penalty will bring up a first down.
Well-deserved break there for Martin Blake. I mean, he showed so much toughness on those last couple of runs, setting up the Team USA offense to get into the red zone.
After the penalty, 1st and goal from the 7. They hand it off to Farrar. Farrar is wrestled down. Nice work. Tackled by 3 Mexicans around the 9. That's the 28th rushing play, Lemont. They've had 12 passing plays.
Why not stick with the running game? I mean, right there at halftime, we know they had 126 rushing yards. Team Mexico is starting to wear down defensively. You know, you have a running game by committee. You bring in different guys with fresh legs. You have Blake, then you bring in Brown, and things are starting to wear down as far as defense from the defensive front side for Team Mexico.
They hand it off to Blake. Blake wrestled down around the 5. His 12th carry today. Farrar was really the star on a previous touchdown drive. He carried it in himself. Blake, the featured back on this series. Two receivers spread wide. High snap, recovered, and tackled in the backfield is Solomon Skalnick, the quarterback.
And here's a huge down for Team USA now, especially the head coach. What are you going to do in this next play? As you can see, another bad snap by Team USA center to the quarterback. Good job there by the defense to be able to swarm in and stop the quarterback in this track. So if you're the head coach for Team USA, it looks like they're going to go with the field goal.
Axel Robertson out of Katy High School, one of the powerhouses in the Lone Star State. Perennial state contender for the state championship. They lost to North Shore this year. And another powerhouse, which went on to win the state title. And the field goal is up and good. Robertson has made 2 of 3 today, but another flag comes out.
Offside. Defense number 33.
Offsides, he'll be negated.
Decline. The try is good.
Robertson, 2 field goals today. The United States tack on 3 more. It's 19-0. 3:41 left in the 3rd. It's okay to have nachos before noon at the International Bowl. A late breakfast, early lunch. Game 1 of 4 today. The next game, U.S. under-17 national team against Team Japan. Then the U.S. U18s against Canada. Finally, the U.S. under-19s against Tamaulipas of Mexico. Robertson with the kickoff. Fielded at the 10-yard line by Zarate. Wrestled out of bounds. Robertson, by the way, might be under the age of 16, but he's already traveled to 49 states in his young life.
Well traveled. Young man before 16.
A couple field goals from him, a couple running touchdowns. That has accumulated the 19 points for the United States U16 national team. It's been all running from Joe Battaglia's team. And for Mexico, the Texas Longhorn hat on their sideline. They've struggled to get much going. They had a nice drive at the end of the first half, which stalled, and they ran out of time with the ball at the 4-yard line.
And it's been inconsistent play at the quarterback position. 1 minute they're going with Gomez, and they're switching out to Acosta. So whenever things start to look bad, again, another bad snap offensively for them as well. That's their Achilles heel so far throughout this game. Bad snaps, either low or high, and inconsistent play at the quarterback position. You can see right here just another bad snap, low snap for Acosta to be able to pick up the football and get going.
Again, Santiago Moreno is the center. He's listed as a linebacker. 24-player roster for Caballeros. And it's unfortunate. This is a good team. There's some good players on it. Just missing a few pieces that would help them.
We're missing a good center.
Yeah, exactly.
that piece is the main piece right there. I mean, not getting the ball to the quarterback will shut down any opportunity for you to run the play.
There's a good snap. Acosta rolling out to his left, slings it. Tipped at the last moment. And nice work downfield, Jack Long.
As you can see, the quarterback running to his left side. Watch the linebacker come out of nowhere with his right hand, knocking the ball down defensively. Good job there by the linebacker.
Now Long out of Bartlesville, Oklahoma. Interesting summer job for him. He works on a ranch and oil wells in Oklahoma.
Wow. Well, there's a lot of oil ranches up there in Oklahoma, I'm pretty sure.
A defensive lineman's number 92 for Jack Long, the linebacker. Good coverage that time. Now it's 3rd and 19. Acosta throws it. Screen pass and immediately tackled by Bryce Drummond, another Oklahoma native. He was ready for that.
Oh yeah, he smelled that one right after the ball was snapped. As you can see here, Acosta dropping back. He's falling down as he throws the football. Good job there by the linebacker coming in, closing in, good solid tackle. Again, he smelled that one coming from Team Mexico.
Good size for Drummond, the under 16-year-old player, 6'4", 202 pounds. Another punt coming for Caballeros. Zarate, their best wide receiver, will punt it from his own goal line. Nearly blocked. It was Austin Terry right there, but couldn't field it. It's past the return man, but he does well to recover. Judson Beard turns the corner, gets back to the middle of the field, gets a block. He's past the 40.
Watch out.
Inside the 30-yard line, Judson Beard, only the kicker to beat, and he makes the play. How about that from Alan Zarate after a long return from Judson Beard?
Give credit to Beard, young man out of Fredericksburg, Texas. You can see right here, kickoff return, gets away from one defender, two defenders, cuts back into the inside. Good block there. Also, Beard cuts back into the inside right here. Watch the speed of the kicker to bring him down for the tackle.
Lima, it looked to me like it hit Beard's hand over his head. So if he didn't recover that, it would have been a fumble recovered by Caballeros. It looked like number 9, Isaiah Adavina, was there to make the play, but could have been a big turnover. Instead, it's a long return. A timeout called by Mexico before this defensive series. Great coaches are always learning. USA Football makes it easy to lift your knowledge and your team. Click development and training at usafootball.com and see what coaches are talking about. Click development and training at usafootball.com today. Matt Peterson with Lemont Williams, Sarah Merrifield on the sideline. First to 4 games today. Any thoughts on the upcoming title games in the NFL, NFC, and AFC this weekend?
No, not really. I just want to see some exciting football from all 4 teams. I mean, it can go either way. I mean, and Tom Brady, who wants to go against that man? You know, he's at a different level in the playoffs than you have a young man in Patrick Mahomes is showing some potential and is doing really good things in Kansas City. And on the opposite side, you got the Saints. Who gonna beat the Saints? You know, who that? Nation's gonna be excited to see their team play in New Orleans and LA Rams. LA Rams have some really good defensive front, D lineman, Sue, and company is gonna come after Drew Brees.
The 4 best offenses in the NFL contesting the Final 4 in the NFL to go to the Super Bowl. And on first down, nice work in the backfield. Now, the old adage, defense wins championships. See if that comes true here in 2019, the National Football League. Monico Martial back at quarterback, immediately sacked, a loss of 4 on first down. After the punt, and a long return from Judson Beard. That was a 44-yard return from Beard a moment ago. Handed off. Quaylin Farrar turns the corner. He's at the edge and in the end zone. Farrar is second rushing touchdown of the day.
Excellent job there by Farrar, the 5'8", 175 running back out of Mesquite, Texas. Look at the blocking up front, hat on hat, as Farrar bounces to the outside. Watch the speed as he gets away from the defender, walking into the end zone for his second rushing touchdown this afternoon, or this morning.
31st carry today for the United States U16 national team. Farrar with his 10th carry. Have carried the ball 31 times, thrown it just 12, but a 25-0 lead as world traveler Axel Robertson returns for the PAT. And it's good. 26-0 United States over Mexico with under a minute left in the third quarter.
It's been all Team USA throughout this game. We've got to give credit to the O-line up front. Despite all credit goes to the running backs once they walk into the end zone for the touchdown, but it started up front for Team USA late in the first quarter, or really midway through the first quarter, when they started running the ball down the field, establishing the running game. It just continued in the second half. They're wearing down a short roster of Team Mexico and their defense throughout this game.
Now back to the sideline with Sarah Merrifield.
Back east for Playa, number 15, Alan Lizarate. Number 1, Nicolo Arate. In the kickoff for Team USA, number 6, Axel Robertson.
We will try to get back to Sarah in just a little bit. Another kickoff coming from Axel Robertson. The United States averaging 6.2 yards per carry on those 32 carries today. Caballeros, 12 carries, 18 yards. So very different story today. Good return here. And a big tackle against Nicolo Arate. And now Sarah's ready on the sideline.
Well, these kids on the U16 team are obviously young in their careers and still absorbing any knowledge they can about football. And whether that comes from coaches, teachers, parents, it's all welcomed. But there is one player on this team that says his biggest influence on the game and in life is his older brother. Offensive lineman Jake Taylor looks up to his older brother, Bo Taylor, for everything. And Bo is actually here today. He'll be playing for the U19 team later this afternoon. And for Jake to have someone like that to follow in his footsteps in a sport like football, it can only help his growth in the game, and he appreciates that guidance so much. Guys?
Good stuff, Sarah. And older brother Bo is committed to UCLA. So one of the many Power 5 conference commitments in the nightcap tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time. Any family influences for you, Limaj, in your playing days are coming up? A brother or cousin or a family member that had a big influence on your football career?
Well, absolutely. I grew up in a huge family. I mean, a lot of boy cousins, and, you know, we had over, man, there was just so many people that contribute to my success as far as playing football, high school and collegiate in college, and it just, I can't just recognize one guy because everybody played a part in that role as far as me being successful in college football.
After a 4-yard gain on first down, the third quarter has its final play. Acosta back towards his own end zone and just chucks it out of bounds around the 20-yard line. Final play of the third quarter is an incomplete pass from Cesar Acosta. And we'll head to the fourth quarter from AT&T Stadium. It's been all United States U16 national team.
Lost it down at the spot of the foul. Brings
the
up
final play of the third quarter is intentional grounding. We'll be back with the fourth quarter from Arlington.
All right, fans, help me welcome Zena and Zach.
Patent-pending technology lets you open, collect, and trade football cards at any time from anywhere. Make instant trades with collectors around the world, or choose to have your cards shipped directly to you. Complete challenges to earn rare achievement cards, available exclusively for ePack users. Sign up today at upperdeckepack.com and receive a free pack just for logging in. Buy, open, collect, and trade from anywhere at any time. Only on upperdeckepack.com.
The game starts in the film room and continues in the locker room. It locks down on the sideline, then plays out on the field. The game is controlled from the top down. Mind over matter. Every second on the clock, every inch on the turf, fought over and decided upon by every player out there. It's their game, where strategy and speed of thought conquers all.
Gatorade studies the best athletes to create the most advanced range of sports fuel. Gatorade. You fuel us, we fuel you.
Go. Yeah, boy, go. Good job. Good job. Good job. Nice. Good job. There it is. Go. Keep him in. Exit, that's the way to accelerate. I can't hear you. What's the difference between a good defense and a great defense?
Welcome back. We start the fourth quarter. Game number 1 on day 2 of the International Bowl. United States U16 national team, a comfortable lead over Caballeros of Mexico. Acosta on third down, incomplete. Intended receiver was Carlos Cal.
And Acosta continued to struggle as far as throwing the football down the field, finding the open receiver. He just seems like he's too anxious back there in the pocket when he gets the ball from the center, and he has not had success connecting with his receivers down the field.
Now, Acosta was the starting quarterback. They tried Pablo Gomez, who looked pretty good, but then he fumbled on a passing attempt, and they have not gone back to Gomez. Now another deep punt. We've seen this so many times today. Zarate standing near his own goal line. And there is Beer, had a 41-yard return his last time. He is anxious for this. He stands near the blue star at midfield. High snap. The punt is away from about the 2-yard line. And it's out of bounds around the 35. Good field position once again for the U.S. U16 national team.
And if you're one of the running backs that's come into the game, we don't know who it is yet, but if you're one of the running backs, you're licking your chops right now with this great field position. You know, Team USA is doing an excellent job running the football. It starts up front with their offensive line, being able to open up the running lanes for their running backs. If it's Brown or if it's Blake, you know, whoever's running the football, they're doing a really good job by controlling the clock, but also running downhill and picking up the first down.
The Mexican quarterbacks, by the way, combined 11 for 24 with an interception. Acosta and Gomez, 61 total yards. Now, they've had a tough time finding rhythm against this staunch U.S. defense. Solomon Skalnick out of Owasso, Oklahoma, back in at quarterback. And another flag. We've seen so many penalties here in the second half.
Illegal substitution, defense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
After the illegal substitution, it's 1st and 5. Skalnick nearly intercepted right in the hands of Carlos Cal, but he could not bring it in.
It's only a matter of time that Team Mexico picks up an interception. That's probably their 4th opportunity, or almost their 5th opportunity, getting their hands on the football from the quarterback position. As far as when the quarterback throws it to his receivers out in the open field, if you're the quarterback for Team USA, you got to be very careful trying to force the football in against 2 defenders and just go back to the running game. I mean, at this point, 26-0, run the football, control the clock, and get away. I mean, walk away with the victory.
Judson Beard was the intended receiver. This time they put it on the ground. Raymond Brown. Tough running. Past the 30. Brown's 6th carry today. He is averaging close to 9 yards per run. He stays in the backfield behind Skalnick. And a big gain up the middle and into the end zone. First Farrar. And now 2 from Brown. Both with 2 touchdowns today.
And Brown right here, you can see, gets the handoff. Good blocking up front by the offensive tackle, washing down the D lineman. And the rest is just all Brown as he runs into the end zone with Team USA picking up his 2nd rushing touchdown.
A Virginia native completing a dominant rushing display from the United States. They might get to 300 rushing yards today. Axel Robertson back for the point after touchdown, and it is wide left. Four rushing touchdowns to the United States, and they lead 32-0 in Arlington.
Our industry has been chasing this breakthrough for a decade, but we got there first. Not only is it ranked as the highest rated fiber in history, it delivers greater performance than any other field turf system ever built. Introducing Field Turf Core, the first multi-layer super fiber.
Player safety is paramount, and Tackle Tube USA, the original, is leading the way with a tool designed to make practice safer and teach great tackling technique. Tackle Tube allows players to simulate real game situations, track and tackle a moving target, promote great body position, and improve technique and timing. Coaches all over the world are using Tackle Tube to promote a safer and more efficient way to tackle. Used both in and out of season, drills for every position, they never need to leave the practice field. Check us out at Tackle Tube USA.
This season is one to remember, and USA Football has partnered with fanbooks.com to offer personalized player photo books that you will treasure forever. Customize your fan book with your favorite photos from your camera or from the USA Football photo albums inside the FanBooks app. Use the free FanBooks app to place your order, and your custom fan book will be delivered right to your door. Download the FanBooks app in the App Store or Google Play and learn more at fanbooks.com.
Celebration time on the U.S. sidelines. I hear Riley having fun with his teammates, and that's something we've heard up and down these teams. Guys from different states becoming new lifelong friends. They've had fun with the photo shoots and video shoots, getting to know each other.
Oh, yeah. Spending an opportunity with a guy or a friend or an acquaintance all week, you're going to develop a relationship with them, and they all have one common denominator. That's playing football. So as these guys move on down the road and get back to their home states, I'm pretty sure with social media, they're going to start following each other and connecting that way and staying in contact and see how they play out going into the season.
Nicolo Aratti with the kickoff return. And who knows, they might end up at the same colleges. We'll see on the under-19 team later tonight. Several schools represented with multiple players. University of Virginia has 3 players, 3 commitments on that U19 team. 3 Arizona State commitments on the U19 team. University of Arizona with 2, Oklahoma State with 2. So perhaps that's coincidence, or maybe they played together previously and they decided to attend college together.
Well, you're going to definitely get a chance to get a feel for your teammates starting tonight if you're going to University of Virginia or Arizona State.
On 1st and 10. Back to Gomez, the quarterback. He's immediately sacked. Aiden Combest out of Plano, Texas.
And there's actually going to be a flag against Team USA for taunting after that play.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, 11, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Combest with the penalty. He's at Prestonwood Christian Academy as we see this tackle.
That is number 11's first unsportsmanlike conduct of the game.
Now, Prestonwood Christian won the state championship a year ago, and one of his former teammates, quarterback Riley Green at Rice, got 4 starts and a redshirt year this year, has an opportunity to be a starter next year, but very good football school, Prestonwood Christian Academy, north of Dallas.
Yeah, just a bad play there by the young man, shoving his knee into the side of the quarterback. Going to draw the flag every time.
First down for Mexico, and batted down once again. Jordan Springer, the Midland, Texas native, his second pass defense today.
And if it had to be a defensive MVP player, it has to be Mr. Springer right there, the 6 foot, 235-pound defensive lineman out of Midland, Texas. You can see his athleticism getting up high, knocking down Gorman's pass. He had a couple of those in the first half. So Mr. Springer, he has a really good, in my opinion, upside as far as being a really good football player from his body size. We see some athleticism from him as well, knocking down some football plays, making some football plays throughout this game.
Very projectable for him. He is nimble. He's 6 foot, already 235. Still a couple more years of high school to go. But I could see him playing a lot of different positions with that 6 foot frame.
False start, 79, offense, 5-yard penalty, second down.
We'll start against Benjamin Tovar. Around 2nd and 15, wrapped up in the backfield. Play made by Bobby Pyland out of Rockland High School in Rockland, California.
Pyland comes unblocked down the middle. As you can see right there. Seems like he was already in the backfield by the time the running back got the football. Good job there by Pyland. Stopped the running back in his tracks in the backfield.
Another American on the defensive line with good size. He's 6'1", 255 pounds on the U16 national team. Mexico has been able to get the running game going. Negative 58 rushing yards. Part of that due to several poor snaps that have led to big losses. Gomez rolls out to his right, away from Pylon, and it's incomplete. Intended receiver was Zarate.
Haven't called Zarate name quite some time here in the second half. He was their go-to receiver in the first half for Team Mexico. But the inconsistency play of from the quarterbacks in Gomez and Acosta, it's hard for them to throw the ball down the field. They're a one-dimensional team throughout this game. Running game it was never established throughout this game. So right now, what we're seeing from Team Mexico is it is what it is. They're not being able to move the ball down the field, forcing them to punt again.
Zarate will punt once again. A new kick returner, Devil Dickerson, a.k.a. the Joker, to return from the Star. And he won't have a chance to return it. It rolls dead around the 44-yard line, where it's down by Sebastian Cortez. Now, this game was 3-0 until late in the first half, so it was much more competitive at that point, but since then, 29 points in quick order for the U.S. national team. They scored 2 touchdowns in the final 5 minutes of the half, but Mexico did much better before that 5-minute mark of the second quarter. I think a big part of it, they have just worn down.
Yeah, and it's a depth issue. They don't have a lot of guys on the sideline. 24 football players, 11 guys on the field at one time. For that team, and a lot of guys are playing both sides of the football. It's starting to show here in the second half. Fatigue is starting to kick in.
On first down, thrown to the right side by Martial. Nice tackle made against Judson Beard.
Team USA goes with a quick out right there to the receiver. Looks like it's like an extended handoff there. As you see, Beard makes the first guy, try to make the first guy miss. As the guy from the secondary goes low on Beard, stopping him for a short game.
Victor Perez with the tackle. Martial hands it off.
Guess who?
You guessed it, Martin Blake.
Blake, the workhorse for Team USA. He never stops moving his legs or his feet, as you can see right here. They need 3 yards. Okay, so Blake continues to run the football, moving his legs, picking up another 2 more yards for the first down for Team USA.
Blake, 13 carries, average about 10 yards per run. A nice fake and a carry to the left from Martial, the Colorado native, showing his nimble mobility.
Don't know if it's a design quarterback keeper or not, but the quarterback snatches out the hand of Blake. Was able to make something out of it, though. I was impressed with that play.
All it's missing for Blake today is a touchdown. The 4 rushing touchdowns, 2 for Brown, 2 for Farrar. Nearly fumbled, and Blake bounces off that high tackle attempted by Juan Pablo Aragon. And it's a recipe and a cycle that just hasn't favored the Mexicans. They've been punting from their own goal line, not very good punts. So the U.S. starting most of these drives around the 40-yard line of Mexico.
Yeah, just excellent field position for Team USA in the second half. Give credit to their defense. Defense is not letting up on Team Mexico, which forced them to punt the ball. They don't really have a really good punter. Their punter is their wide receiver, so it forced them to have to shank the ball out of bounds. Well, here comes Blake getting his first touchdown.
There is Blake, and he finally scores. A banner day for Martin Blake.
And Blake can celebrate now as he gets into the end zone. He's been working all this morning in the second half, especially for Team USA. The workhorse continue to move those legs. Blake is finally in the end zone, the 5'7", 190-pound running back out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
He's done it all today, a special teams tackle. And the 5th rushing touchdown today for the United States U16 national team. Well, he says his pregame routine, Limon, is he drinks pickle juice.
Well, I believe he probably drank the whole jar here in the halftime, because he was coming out here running Like, he's on fire.
Direct snap to Bornall. He runs it in for the 2-point conversion. Now Bornall wants to be a surgeon. A surgical run there in the U.S. with a rout in Arlington. Martin Blake celebrating after his first touchdown today. 15 carries, 152 yards, over 10 yards per carry. For the man who drinks pickle juice before games. Lemont, do you have any interesting pregame routines as far as food or drink?
Sunflower seeds. I don't know why. I just like sunflower seeds before the game. It's a bag, a small little bag of David sunflower seeds before the game.
Kickoff handled by Arati. Out near the 25-yard line where he goes down. And now back to the sideline with Sarah Merrifield.
I am here with Zaire Riley. This is an experience you're pretty familiar with. You've been here before, your second time. What is it like to be back?
It's a blessing, to be honest. Like a big stadium, I'm just happy to be here.
And even though you're a Broncos fan, it's pretty cool to be in the house of the Cowboys?
Yeah, it's pretty cool, you know. Best stadium in the country, so yeah, I like it.
Now, this experience where you're getting a chance to meet a whole bunch of new people, what's this week been like for you to kind of build these relationships with a bunch of great players?
It's a relationship that I'm gonna have for the rest of my life with these players. I love these players. These are my boys.
And what's your favorite part about this experience so far?
Just, we turn every day. We turn. We have that swag. We always.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much and good luck with the rest of the gig. Guys, I'll send it back to you.
Now on first down, thrown to the sideline, nearly intercepted by Lucas Bullock. And smile from Zaire Riley, had an interception earlier today, but I think more important, it's the off-the-field moments he's had with his teammates. He called his second trip to the International Bowl a blessing.
Yeah, it is a blessing for him, as well as his teammates, having the opportunity to come here back-to-back, the state of Texas, Dallas. He comes with a lot of swag, like he said, and they're turned. They're excited to be here, playing on the biggest stage in the stadium today.
It's fun to see that. Football can be such a serious game in certain situations. Fumbled. But just to see these players having fun. Granted, it is 40-0, and the U.S. is going to win this game, as the high snap was fumbled by Acosta. But as a former player yourself, do you like to see guys having fun, enjoying the sport?
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be having fun. If you're not playing this game to have fun, then what's the point of playing? I mean, having fun is the whole thing about playing this football.
Decisive advantage for rushing yards, the United States over Mexico. And that was telling. Zaire Riley saying these are his best friends, his boys. Only been around them less than a week. He's got, you know, a high school team with other friends, but it shows how quickly these guys can come together here in Arlington.
Well, you're 16 and under. I mean, you can never have too many friends. I mean, these guys here are trying to be friends with everybody on this football field, but you can definitely tell right there things are still not rolling offensively for Team Mexico. Another mishap, misconnection there from the quarterback to the receiver. So it's just been all Team USA in the second half, running the football. Team Mexico is really struggling as far as moving the ball down the field.
O'Reilly could be back next year on the U17 team. This is second International Bowl. By the sounds of it, he'll want to be back. Yuma, Arizona native. Broncos fan, but he told Sarah this is the best football stadium in the country.
He's right. I mean, right now, AT&T Stadium, look at it. I mean, it's huge. Look at the Jumbotron. It's huge. It's one of the top-tier stadiums in the NFL.
Another kick from Zarate, handle around the 48-yard line. Breaking a tackle is Dickerson. Cuts past another the 35, out to the sideline. Shifts left and right, and he's wrestled out around the 7-yard line. DeVille Dickerson, North Kitsap, Washington.
Excellent return there by Dickerson. As you can see right here, breaking one tackle. Another one using the stiff arm. Good block there, setting up Dickerson to bounce to the outside. His jersey is grabbed, but he's going to the ground. Dickerson's trying to get into the end zone, adding some more points to the score here in the fourth quarter.
AT&T Stadium in Arlington, replacing the venerable Cowboy Stadium, which was home to so many big moments for the Cowboys. Retractable roof, completed in May of 2009, also home of the Cotton Bowl Classic and the Big 12 championship game in college football. Handoff to the 4-yard line for Quaylin Farrar as he tries to find his third touchdown. We also said Final Fours in college basketball.
Super Bowl. I was up there when they hosted the Super Bowl. I think Green Bay played in that Super Bowl. Aaron Rodgers.
Interesting. It's the world's 29th largest high-definition video screen. I'm curious what is bigger than it and the top 28.
Yeah.
Because this one goes 60 yards from the 20-yard line to the other. Farrar spinning, pushed backward. Staying on his feet, back to the 20-yard line, eludes a tackle, stays on his feet, and finally tackled at the 15-yard line.
What a run there by this running back here, Farrar. You can definitely tell he's tired as he gets up, gets help onto his feet. Probably get the replay here shortly, but Farrar did an excellent job on that last week, bouncing away from two players.
Now there you see the video board. On every side of the field you can see it, much smaller on the end zone sides, but a beautiful screen. Now Jerry World as it's known. Skalnick to a wide open receiver in the first passing touchdown today for the United States. Brooks Bortle. They had the two-point conversion a moment ago, and this time a touchdown catch from Skalnick.
Yeah, Bortle just rolls out, patiently waiting for his receiver to get open. There he is. Finds him across the middle. Touchdown, Team USA.
Bortle loves science, wants to be a surgeon when his football career is over. A Woodstock, Georgia native. Robertson on for the point after touchdown.
Illegal substitution. Offense. 5-yard penalty. The try will be from the 8-yard line.
This has been an onslaught of scoring from the United States. Again, it was 3-0 with 4:58 left in the first half. U.S. cannot break through, but since then, 6 touchdowns. And that is the 7th touchdown, and we'll take another look at it. Solomon Skalnick directing traffic, telling Brooks Bortle where to go.
Yeah, you see Bortle just rolling again to the right, being patient, and finding his receiver at the last second for the completion and touchdown.
Now back to the sideline with Sarah Merrifield.
Well, in this second week of International Bowl activities, these guys did a whole lot more than just prepare for today's game on the field. The U16 and U17 teams actually visited Arlington Charities on Thursday, and that's a community leader here in North Texas helping fight hunger and poverty. And the boys had a chance to experience what their time spent giving back really means to other people. And there's also something to be said about the fact that most of them don't even live in Texas, so to be able to give back in that thoughtfulness of contributing to another community makes the experience of the International Bowl here with USA Football just that much more elevated. Guys?
Good stuff, Sarah. That's good. Service, teamwork. They've had study sessions, so it's not just football here this week at the International Bowl.
Excellent job there by USA Football, giving these players a taste of what it's going to take for them to get to the next level as far as playing college football, but also what you're going to do when you get on that level. A lot of these programs are implementing community service. They're implementing, well, definitely studies. I mean, on the road, study hall, at school, study hall, and also the main thing, playing football. So those three elements is what you need to have. And a good job for USA Football to implement that early at 16 or and under for these young men.
Crafty return that time by Nicolo Arati. He faked a handoff and carried it himself. So the Mexicans will start with 3:40 left in this fourth quarter.
At this point, if you're Team Mexico, you wanted to play safe and not, put yourself in a position where you have players getting injured. And you have Gourmet's back at the quarterback position with the score 47-0 with less than 4 minutes to go here. If you're Team Mexico, just be safe and not just go out there and put guys in bad position.
Handoff up the middle. Carlos Martinez doubles as a strong safety, picks up a few. Now this is like a bowl game experience for a college football player. 6 days of team activities for each group. Last week, the U16 to U19 select teams, they played a week ago Friday here at AT&T Stadium. This week, a new batch of the national teams. But for all the players coming into Arlington, they were greeted with a lot of swag when they got to the convention center in Arlington, and then the video board and photo shoot, which was a highlight for many of these players. Another handoff, bouncing outside, Martinez slows down and lowers his shoulder. Nice pickup, one of the best runs today from the Caballeros.
Good job there for the running back to be able to bounce it outside. Didn't see anything in the inside, but had the speed to get to the outside, breaking a tackle, and picking up the first down.
And there's also been practice game scrimmages. We know last week that Panama beat the United States on the Wednesday night and then came back and beat them on Friday in the real game. So for many of these teams, it's their second game of the week after a scrimmage midweek. After the first down, back to Martinez, right, and then back to the middle, pick up about 5. Again, coming up, 1 o'clock, the U.S. under-17 national team will take on Team Japan. Japan won that encounter last week. And then at 4:30, it's the U.S. U18 national team against Team Canada. Canada has won 4 in the last 5 meetings in that matchup. And then the nightcap and final game of the 2019 International Bowl. It's the U19 national team of the United States against Tamaulipas of Mexico. And again, that U19 team is loaded with Division I talent, commitment to Power 5 schools across the United States. Another run. Carlos Martinez getting the ball each down here with 1:15 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you can see the clock starting to continue to tick down here. We can just go ahead and say right now that Team USA is going to win this one. Not just because of the score, but just their attitude in the second half. They came out, continued to be dominant in the second half, in my opinion, as far as running the football by committee. They had a bunch of guys from, Brown to Blake, as well as number 1. He was able to come in as well. I can't think of his name right now, but he came in and did a really good job as far as change up, as far as running the football, different speeds, different power, and they just controlled the clock.
Joe Battaglia, their head coach, told Sarah at halftime he wanted to see the killer instinct in the second half. Do you think they showed that here after halftime?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Killer instinct on both sides of the ball, defensively and offensively. Defense shut them down, forced some 3 and outs, which allowed their offense to continue to run the ball down the field.
Catch made by Nicolo Arati. And he's run down on the outside by Jack Long.
Mexico.
Mexico calls time with
That's
24 seconds left in this game. The sport's best work with USA Football to teach the latest in blocking and tackling. Learn, teach, and perform USA Football's contact and tackling systems for smarter and stronger play. Visit footballdevelopment.com today. That's footballdevelopment.com. Many notable U.S. national team alumni, including Malcolm Brown, defensive tackle with the Patriots. Jaquem Griffin, linebacker with the Seahawks. Dwayne Haskins out of Ohio State. Probable first-round pick in the upcoming NFL draft. Todd Gurley with the Rams out of Georgia. Big game for Gurley on Sunday against the Saints. Tyrann Mathieu, the original International Bowl 10 years ago. Great career at LSU and now with the Texans. Jonathan Taylor and Stephen Tuitt as well. Another tip, it ends up being a catch completed after it hit the hand of Jordan Springer. Catch was made by Eric Steinbichler.
And man, I thought Springer was going to take this one and run it back for a touchdown.
Mexico.
He's been getting his hand on the football from the quarterback all game. I thought he was going to reward himself with an interception on that last play.
Now, a timeout for Mexico. They want to make the most of this final opportunity. And a tie to Dwayne Haskins, the Ohio State quarterback. We'll see in the under-18 national team game when they face Canada at 4:30. The head coach is Tyree Spinner. His brother, Bryson Spinner, is the offensive coordinator and quarterback coach, and he trains with Dwayne Haskins. Also, Trace McSorley at Penn State. High praise from Urban Meyer. Said he's one of the best quarterback coaches he's been around. So we'll see the Spinner brothers coach the U18 national team at 4:30 against Canada. Second down with 16 seconds left. Mexico trying to get on the scoreboard here late. Gomez fakes it, and he's sacked. Jaden Wanstead out of O'Fallon, Missouri.
And that wraps up the game. Their defense is going to win it with a sack. Good job, good penetration there by number 93 and coming in and closing out this game for Team USA.
Third sack today by the United States. And Coach Joe Battaglia and his team will walk off with a decisive victory, 47-0. All 7 touchdowns from the 4:58 mark left in the second quarter and onward.